What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna have to apologize. I am having a extremely behind day today because it is 10:30 and I am literally just now getting to the shop. Wanted to be here at like 6, but nothing ever goes as planned. Anyway, I said in my last video I would try and get a good walk around video of my STI and showing off current project 2004 WRX. We was putting the JDM engine in. I could do a little walk around of it for you guys. 2004 World Rally Blue. Car's been resprayed. It was outside, so it's still kind of wet. Just brought it in and started putting the engine in it. He's done everything to it to pretty much make it look like an STI. Scoop, wing. He has the wheels for it that actually came off of my car. I believe he's going to be doing the STI interior in it also, but it's not bad for what it is. Car is clean, no rust. Not bad, not bad. Well, on that little spot right here. Not 100% sure what happened there, but they fixed it. And then this is the engine that is going in it. And that's the blown engine. And then here is my 2004 STI. AMS front mount, OEM headlights, just tore apart and painted. Still waiting on cam gears, intake manifold, stuff like that, but the engine is in the car. IEG closed deck block, stock heads, Brian Crower stage 2 cams, NVIDIA Incolink header. It's going to be, it was a custom up pipe set up for the rotated kit, Crawford catch can, AMS fuel pressure regulator, ACT street and drag clutch. Let's see, it was mainly pistons, mainly I-beam rods. Car's got BC coilovers on it, and previous owner had it hood exit for the wastegate. I'm changing that because I just think that looks bad in my opinion. I'm going to be doing the body work to fill these holes to get rid of them quick disconnects. I don't like them. Now the interior in this car is actually, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on the camera real good or not, but the interior in this thing is actually pretty nice. It's just got a tiny spot right there in the driver's seat. Other than that, the interior in this thing is perfect. The blue and everything's still really clean. The blue carpet actually came out pretty clean. Oh, excuse me, forgetting how to talk apparently. Car does need a little body work, like on the bumper, a couple scratches and stuff, like people were just through the years getting stuff in and out of the trunk or whatever. But other than that, the car is not bad. My personal opinion, it is not that bad. I know people dog rep wheels, but I did buy these Avid ones for it, and everyone's gonna be like, oh man, why would you go with the rep wheel? Well, I drove to Ohio and picked up all 4 of those wheels in mint condition with no curb brush for literally 200 bucks. So I wasn't going to complain. That was even with the tires on them. Like I said, car is definitely not perfect. It's got dents here and there, but after I get the car running, we're going to straighten out all the body work and all that stuff. Anyway, back to the engine for the WRX. It's got Mishimoto silicone hoses. I'm not 100% sure on this brand of header manifold. It is a Grimspeed up pipe. It's a Blausch 16G turbo. STI intake manifold, Perrine fuel rails, Cobb 1050cc injectors, Cobb 3-bar map sensor. This car has a Clutchmaster stage 3, I think it was, clutch. Did TGV deletes on it. Just a Perrine lightweight crank pulley. The car is, I can't remember if it was NVIDIA or HKS 3-inch turbo back exhaust. Not 100% sure. I have to look onto that. But the car is getting there. Right now I'm working on finishing plugging off these holes right here from where this car was actually in a twin turbo legacy. So obviously it's got, you know, 2 returns, 2 feeds for coolant and oil. Had to change the heater core hoses. They're located a little bit differently on the JDM engine versus the OEM engine, just because obviously the car's over there right hand drive, so that pitches everything a little differently. I had to change the actual crank gear because of the teeth to actually line up with the sensor. I changed the cam gears, all 4 of them. Had to change the cam sensor, pretty much everything. I mean, if it come on this engine sensor wise or hose wise, it had to pretty much come off and be changed to actually fit properly and function. I think honestly the only thing I didn't have to change was probably the coil packs. But other than that, we are moving along pretty nicely on it. I'm going to button up a few more little dumb things on it, and we are going to be getting that thing back in this car. I'm not 100% sure yet who we're going to have retune this car. Personally, with my STI, I am going to be having Josh Bader tune it. Bader Built Racing. I've watched a ton of his videos, and I tell you what, that man can tune a car. He has not shown me anything that has remotely disappointed me, so I'm going to be trusting him with my STI. And this boy unfortunately is getting a little tight with funds on the WRX, or we'd probably be having him tune the WRX also. So still kind of up in the air on that, what is going to be going on tuning wise for the WRX, but I do know for sure my STI, Josh Bader, will be tuning it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down for now. I'm going to go ahead and get this car prepped in the air a little bit, go ahead and get ready and get the engine back in this thing. I'm probably going to have to run up to our Napa here and try and find a couple parts I need for these hoses on this engine. I figured do it now while the engine's out of the car, so I don't have to fight going between the engine and the firewall, sticking my hand down there to mess with the hoses while it's in the car. Screw that, I'd rather just work on it while it's on a stand. So much simpler. But anyways, I will be uploading maybe another video either later today or maybe tomorrow. Not 100% sure. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, I was going to do a separate video, but I figured why not try it out for the first time, just try to add a couple videos together. Here's a little update. Got the car in, obviously you've seen that. I got it up on the lift. I got the jack underneath of it, holding the transmission up just a slight bit you need to be able to squeeze the motor in. I did find a little solution for these returns for the old turbo. I actually found a perfect bolt that fit in the coolant. I just cut the bolt off a little bit, and I went over the threads to check the threads, put a copper crush washer on it. It was good. Now for the oil return, I was trying to find like a soft plug or something, because this part just presses into the head, and that bolt's just kind of like for like a reinsurance, it doesn't come out. Unfortunately, both part stores near me didn't have anything small enough to be able to put in there, so I figured, okay, it's just an oil return, no big deal. Just put a cap on it, the clamp for right now shouldn't hurt. I did get the power steering pump and upper radiator hose and the clutch off the old motor. I got the power steering pump and all that over in the parts cleaner, got it all cleaned up from where this motor just had a ton of oil leaks on it. I inspected Clutch Master's clutch. It's actually still in really good shape. Ton of life left on it. The throwout bearing feels absolutely perfect. So you don't really see a need to change that. I'm about to take the engine off the stand now. About to get it on the ground. Going to bolt the clutch up on it and go ahead and put the bottom bolts, guides, whatever you want to call them, in the bottom of the block. And then I will be dropping this thing back in the car and getting all the hoses and the rest of everything else tied up on this thing. I will keep you guys posted. Alright guys, update. Engine is now in the car. I kind of skipped recording, putting the clutch and all that stuff on. I'm just trying to get stuff done as fast as I can. But the clutch is on, engine's in the car. Throwout bearing surprisingly locked right into place. I couldn't believe it. First try, it actually snapped right in. I was extremely surprised. Engine's in, old oil was drained, new oil was in, new OEM oil filter was on. Main harness is plugged in. A couple other little dumb things. Still have a good bit more to do, but here it is so far. Still got to hook up down pipe, hook up some vacuum stuff. He had a Grimm Speed oil air separator, one of the ones that just screw onto your oil fill. So you got to put it on, get all the hoses and stuff ran for that. I got to hook up all the fuel stuff still, battery, all that good stuff, fans, everything. So pretty much the only thing so far is engine in, it's bolted in, bell housing, bolts and starters in, clutches snapped into place. That's pretty much it so far. I believe for today I'm going to be calling it. Got some Christmas stuff to go do with the family, so I got to go home and get cleaned up and everything else. I will try and be back here tomorrow to hopefully get this thing finished up and fired up for the first time. The boy that owns the car is super excited. I sent him a picture of the engine in. He cannot be more thrilled. So hopefully try and get this thing done by the end of the week for him. But until then, see you guys next time. Later.